Anytime there's a trade made weeks before the February deadline, particularly if it involves starter level players, it catches us by surprise, and that was the case over New Year's weekend, as the Knicks and Raptors completed a trade that delivered OG Anunoby, Precious Achiuwa, and Malachi Flynn to New York, and RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and a second-round draft pick to Toronto. For the Knicks, the acquisition of Anunoby gives them a premier isolation defender and a reliable catch-and-shoot threat. Let's take a look at his debut New York performance against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in which he scored 17 points and, as usual, played excellent defense. Let's start with the offense. To me, this was a great move for the Knicks because they are a team that generates so many kick-out threes, with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson orchestrating and getting into the paint so frequently. Interestingly enough, Anunoby has taken the most kick-out from the paint three-pointers this season, with 53 of them, and he's made 47.2% of those shots. Last year, he took the third most and shot 45%. Only Sacramento's Keegan Murray and Harrison Barnes took more. The Kings, with Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox spraying out so much, are the only team that generates more kick-out threes than the Knicks. As you can see here against the Wolves, he took 3 of these and made 1 of them. Important too is that OG takes an abundance of his threes from the corners. He's tied for 6th for most corner threes attempted with 76 of them, and he's made 44.8% of those shots. 4 of his 6 3-point attempts against Minnesota came from the corners. The other main thing he did offensively, and it's something that I think we might see the Knicks do more of with him, is score off cuts. The Raptors got a lot of these shots with OG the last few years, but they were mostly in transition off opponent turnovers. The Knicks have not been a big cutting team the last few years. In fact, 2 seasons ago, they ranked last in the league in this category, and last season they were in the bottom 10. OG dunks the ball a lot, mostly because of those transition opportunities in Toronto. Last year he had the 19th most dunks in the league. This year so far, he's tied for 18th. He had 4 dunks against Minnesota. Now what he's most known for, of course, is what he does on the defensive end. OG was the closest defender to 6 shots in the Wolves game. Here were his best 2 defensive plays, one forcing Karl Anthony Towns into an off-balance shot, and the other a help contest on Rudy Gobert at the rim. He has a great blend of high-level instincts, quick hands, great length, and he's physical in isolation. In a game against Phoenix this season, Kevin Durant shot 1 of 5 from the field in isolation with Anunoby as his defender. Here are some clips of that. Tyrese Halliburton, when Toronto played Indiana on November 22nd, was also 1 of 5 in isolation against Anunoby. Now, OG did foul out in his Knicks debut after playing 35 minutes. It was the first time this season he fouled out. Achiuwa got his first minutes with New York as well. He didn't score in those 9 minutes, but he did grab 3 rebounds. So that'll wrap up this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe.